KHU 11 News exclusive. A woman critically injured in the shooting that killed Migos rapper Takeoff, speaking for the very first time.
Sydney Leday is 24 years old and says it is a miracle she's alive. It's a story our Grace White has been working on for months.
She joins us with the exclusive.
It's very hard for Sydney Leday to sit down and talk about that night. We've been waiting for months until she was ready to tell her story. And tonight she sat down with us to talk about the shooting and her recovery. That's far from over.
I really just can say I'm just grateful to be here. And
Sydney Leday is a survivor.
Do you remember the moment you first woke up in the hospital?
I didn't want to be there. I kept telling my mom I want to go home. I had never been in a hospital like that.
The night rapper Takeoff was shot and killed outside a bowling alley in downtown Houston, she was shot too, in the head, after what Houston police called a private party that started on Halloween. It was just 2 days after Leday's 24th birthday.
I remembered what happened because when I was up the whole time after I got shot in the head, and I called my mom and told her what happened and to come.
Leday says somehow she made it down an escalator and to a friend's car who took her to the hospital. She was in a coma and intubated before she woke up.
I felt the sting in the back of my head. I felt myself falling, and the person I was with picked me up and we got in the car, but it was like a scary movie, really. Ironically, it was Halloween night. I had on a nun outfit. I had blood all over me.
At any point, do you remember being scared before all that happened, or was it, in your opinion, a normal night?
There wasn't any arguments or anything until the event was actually over. And yeah, that's when I knew something was wrong, because I thought these people that were arguing was just playing from, like I said, the energy that was in the room before. Everybody was around the table playing a game of dice. So I thought it was just like, some friendly banter.
But that banter turned into a shooting, sending the crowd running. And that's when Leday says she was shot. After a week in the hospital, she was finally released.
What was it like when you went home?
That's when the real stuff started. I had a panic attack as soon as I got home.
Born and raised in Houston, the community's rallying around her recovery, raising money on a GoFundMe page to help pay for her medical bills. Leday knows her recovery will take time, physically and emotionally, but is thankful she survived.
I was just grateful that I did, because the place that it hit in my head, I just feel like it was a miracle.
We'll have more of Sydney's story tomorrow, including an interview with her mom and her attorney, who says more should have been done that night to control the crowd.
All right, there are 2 men involved in this case that have been charged. What's their status?
Well, the man charged with Takeoff's murder is Patrick Clark. He bonded out just this month. And there was another person charged with felon in possession of a weapon, Cameron Joshua. He's still in jail, but the investigation continues.